The Mitchells vs. the Machines follows aspiring filmmaker Katie Mitchell, her dinosaur-obsessed brother Aaron, her sweet mother Linda, and her handyman dad Rick. In order to fix the rocky relationship between the two of them, Rick decides to drive Katie to college and make it a family road trip. All the while, the robot uprising takes place. Together, as the last human standing, the Mitchells must save humanity. Now, before we begin, I want to issue a spoiler.
Who are these unstoppable warriors?
We're the Mitchells, the only people who can save the world. I'm super sorry, everyone.
This movie was, as advertised, produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. But this is the first directorial debut of Mike Rianda. I didn't know who he was until super recently, but Mike Rianda was a writer on Gravity Falls, and I guess went on to direct this movie, and my goodness, this is a brilliant debut. The movie is super funny, as all Lord Miller films are. However, due to this film's unique animated style, there's lots of these really funny sketchbook-like effects that add a lot of style and charm to the film that, make it stand up above the rest. There's so many moments in this film where I just laughed out loud. The animation is so good. The style and added sketchbook overlays really make this a treat for the eyes. I love seeing CGI animated films push the boundaries and do things that are new and innovative, especially considering how limitless animation can be. The movie also looks great. The lighting and overall aesthetic of the film looks very polished, clean, and beautiful. Basically, the art direction is amazing. The characters also have a lot of squash and stretch to them, which makes things feel super light and bouncy at times and hard and heavy at others. The character expressions are so well animated too. The characters will have these little eye movements and mouth twitches that give them so much life. Especially Pal, the AI assistant. Considering how she is just a face, they did such an amazing job animating her to feel full of life. Like how her eyes shift and move, and how when she yells or gets upset, the screen glitches out. Beautiful little animated moments right there make things feel so pleasing to watch. The characters are also very entertaining. Each family member has their own personality. Even the dumb robots feel different from each other. The writers did an amazing job on each character. Also, these characters make sense and feel like a family. There's so many movies where family members just feel like actors playing a role. This movie actually makes the Mitchells feel like a real family. Another detail I really liked was seeing Katie and Aaron act friendly towards each other. When I was growing up, TV shows and movies always portrayed siblings to be at each other's throats. Here, Katie and Aaron are best friends, and it's so sweet. Coming from a big family, I know what it's like to get on each other's nerves, but more often than not, we treat each other more like friends than enemies, and seeing this in a movie is so refreshing. This movie also has some nice little moments of payoff that add that little bit of extra polish, like Aaron's pterodactyl eyes, and how the robots cannot process what Manchi is. One of the biggest praises I want to give the movie is how it tackles technology. Most movies that focus on modern tech tend to talk down to the audience. They do things like this. In our movie, we're gonna use the hit video site PoopTube. Get it, guys? It's like YouTube. Okay, how about this? The Apricot phone. Right, guys? It's like the iPhone from Apple. Aren't we clever? Mitchell's just gives it to us straight. It focuses on the more important parts of tech and the internet, and doesn't try to spoon feed the audience by always making the obvious joke. The soundtrack for this movie is also amazing. Mark Mothersbaugh is this movie's composer, and he did such an amazing job. My favorite track is Mall Robots Attack. It's super upbeat and oddly fun given the situation. You also get to hear cool details in the soundtrack in this song. We get a taste of the synth-heavy villains theme, along with the Mitchell's leitmotif. Another cool detail in the soundtrack is the different instruments used when Rick is emphasized in a scene. The music changes from its synth and electronic instruments to folk instruments like banjo and acoustic guitar, which fits Rick's outdoorsy / Mr. Fix-It personality. There is a great amount of detail shoved into this film. It is so clear to me how much love and care was put into this project. It does have its own fair share of cliche dialogue here and there, but for all the good this movie does, I can totally overlook those parts. If you have not seen this movie, give it a watch. It is super fun, outrageously creative, and made with so much love it's bursting at the seams. I love Mitchells vs. the Machines, and if you love animation, your family, or even evil robots, I think you'll like this movie too. Thanks so much for watching.